Well, hello and welcome. Good afternoon to all of you. You wouldn't have come across me or my name before, but my name is Rod. I will be your tour guide for the next however long this video persists. You're gonna learn a little bit about myself and hopefully a little bit about the world you live in, or at least from my perspective. So let's begin. I'm 48 years old. I live in the outback woods of a place you've never heard of and isn't important to you to know. I live in a little shack where nobody bothers me. I got a dog and a cow and some chickens and a goat, and I can provide for myself electricity from a generator, and I make my own moonshine so I don't have to visit the store. I got friends all over the place, but I tend to just stay at home because it makes a lot more sense to me. You ever felt alone and then gone out and realized that being alone wasn't such a bad idea after all? Yeah, I've been there, man. I've been there. You ever ask for mashed potato with gravy and they give you a little, side cup at the side with gravy on it? It's like, what the hell is this? Well, just what the hell is this? And I was like, that's your side cup of gravy, sir. And I'm like, well, I didn't ask for a side cup of gravy. I asked for a motherfucking bowl of mashed potatoes with gravy on it. And she said, well, you can put the gravy on it. And I said, I don't want to put the gravy on it. I want the meal I asked for, which is the one where the potato already comes with the gravy on it, and therefore the cup wasn't required to be needed to be washed up afterwards. I am a conservatist, ma'am. So that's just one of the reasons why I prefer to stay at home than interact with the social community, or the general public as it's often known. So yeah, I'm 48 and I live out in the middle of nowhere. I got a car, but I hardly use it because it's easier just to sit in the front, get stoned, and listen to the radio than it is actually drive the thing. Favorite bands, you ask? Well, you didn't, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Iron Maiden, maybe even a little bit of Zeppelin and Sabbath. I'm that kind of guy. But I don't judge people that like the other stuff either, that's their business, that's their vibe, their thing, and that's all cool to me, man. Do you know what I think is the most important thing for humanity today is interaction, but the acknowledgement of an own individual self. In that when you walk into a conversation, it should be, hello, my name is Rod. And then you present what it is you say that Rod is in your own perception. And then, of course, there are times when what you think is Rod is not Rod at all. And it takes another outside person to be able to put that into light for you. Yeah, I would like to apologize to those people and folks down at the Waffle House that had to play into such a scenario for me. Can't stop a guy liking pancakes, man. But yeah, they were right. I did take it a little too far, A memo to myself: if you're going to enjoy pancakes, make sure you're not going to pull your penis out and soak it in maple syrup. Least of all in the diner itself. So anyway, getting on back to the channel, I'm a simple guy. I don't really, ask for much in life. I don't need much. My view's wonderful. It has nobody included in it. It's got a lake and it's got trees, and like I say, I've got my porchway, because right now I'm sat in my living room, so I'm looking out the window at all these things, and we got condors and eagles all flying overhead. It's beautiful, man. I'll admit, one thing I do like about this area is the natural side of it, the wildlife, the plants and the trees and the animals. it's just a real shame that, humans had to live here too. Because it would have been kind of cool to be like the only one here, and I communicate with the animals, not like a Dr. Doolittle type thing, but I communicate with them on their level, and they understand me. They understand that I'm aware that they're there, and maybe they'd even kind of adopt me as like a Tarzan kind of character to them. I don't know. It's not really my business to ask, but these are things I sometimes consider while I'm out there. Chop a lot of wood. Who doesn't these days, alright? It's all about the wood. If you ain't got all, you gotta get the wood, 'cause the wood's where the bunny money is. And when I call it bunny money, what I mean is it's money gets bounced so far around that nobody even knows where it's coming from, but it starts with one and then multiplies and multiplies and multiplies, and before you know it, everybody's got money but you. You ever looked over the constitutional rights of the nations you live in? You ever really studied the laws or the politics and how the people that run these things are actually playing the system in their own favor against you? And yet time and time again, mindlessly, one after another, you line up in your little booths and you say, this is the one. This is the one I know is going to make things different for me. They're speaking everything different from everybody else, and what they are telling me in their promises, I can only believe because they have a sincere smile and a grin that widens to the sides of the room. Yeah, while I've got the microphone, I'd like to say a little something to Madam Speaker. Hey, baby, I see you up there on that booth, minding your own business unless you need to step in and talk about how the boys are getting a little bit rowdy down bottom. I like that in a woman. Yeah, a girl that's not afraid to say, boys, you need to shut the hell up, 'cause mama trying to think now. And if they don't listen, then you gotta come on down from your chair and you gotta smack them kids in the face, or at least bang their heads together. That's how we do it down here. Anyway, I'm coming off subject again. I'm gonna do a lot of that, probably. I sit here and I stare out the window and all these ideas come to my mind, and this kind of gives me an opportunity to voice some of it, so I'm probably going to go a little bit wild with the concept. But I'm going to call it down on that one, man. Maybe one more minute or so, and then, I'll give you a goodbye and all the rest, and then we'll come and meet again another time. I want to speak my mind and say what I feel. But I think I'd like to leave, at least with this last message, which is this. I spent a long enough period in this world to understand one thing, and that's this simple point. The harder you are on yourself, the more you hold yourself back, or the more you say you don't believe in something or don't deserve something, the further the world's going to keep that thing you want from you. You gotta start looking into yourselves a lot more positively. You say, who the hell am I? Who was I? Where do I think it all went wrong? And how do I improve on it, making amends today? How do I go about ensuring that that doesn't repeat itself? And I, by the end of this, am the person I wish to be. Just don't be so hard on yourself, man. You're beautiful, you're good looking. Some of you are sexy, not all of you. I'm one of them. But, you got your traits, you got your thing, you do. And some of us are good dancers, some of us are good at reading and writing. Other ones are just good at going out into the fields with a rabbit gun and bringing back dinner, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, you gotta love them stews. Anyway, I'm rambling, so I'm gonna shoot on out of here, but I wanted to say a big thank you to all of you for maybe joining. If you didn't do, at least, flicking by once in a while. Gonna be here for some time, so you may as well drop in and say hi. And remember, if it's a body that needs working on, let me work on it.